He also seems like the boring I've never done drugs version of Stephen King, where he's like, hey, this is Goosebumps. I'm going to rob you guys of the best intro ever.
Let's be best friends.
Hello, my name is Cole Sauer, and welcome to Let's Be Best Friends, a podcast where I talk to people that I barely know and try and convince them to be my new best friends, because in times like these, who needs enemies? My guest today is a comedian, producer, and host of the big audience comedy show, Collin Sideris. How's it going, buddy?
Pretty good, man. Thanks.
How you doing?
Good. I am doing good. I feel like I'm fully adapted to quarantine life.
Yeah,
this is my new life now.
You've got the nice quarantine beard going on. I like it.
Thank you for noticing.
It's shaped, it's formed. I like it.
At first it was just free growing, and then I'm like, if I'm gonna keep this, I gotta trim it up.
Do you think you'll keep it when quarantine ends, or is that gonna be like, it's like your playoff beard, like you're just gonna?
Well, I have done now just one live comedy show. I kept it, and some people are like, I like it. I'm like, okay, this is a good live test for it.
Yeah, this is the beta test.
If people are like, no, get rid of it, no way.
That's how you know if people go like, yeah, like that's what we're doing? All right.
Oh,
all right, man.
So you've been not doing well over quarantine.
Yeah. So quarantine was sad for you. It was a bad time.
Really wearing you down.
So you're back doing live shows now. That's awesome.
Yes. Well, live show, and then hoping to, slowly start sprinkling them in as things, I don't know, start to expand, open up a little more.
Mm-hmm. It's funny, you can see the progression of comedy since I've been doing this podcast, because all at the beginning it was all like, yeah, we're all just fucking depressed and in quarantine and just like talking to each other because we need a laugh, and now people are going like, oh yeah, shows are starting back up. This is great. I get to leave the house again.
That's the thing though, like I am partially excited to go back out again, but when they're like stage 3, everything's open again, I had a bit of a panic attack at the same time. I'm like, nah, I'm used to being inside now. I don't want to go back out. Don't make me.
I don't want to leave my house. Leaving my house is scary.
This is my life now. This is right here. It's my life.
I hung posters. I like it here now.
Yeah. I don't need anything else.
Oh man. Okay, so let's get on with the show. We like to start. Larry King used to always say there was 5 questions you have to answer in every interview. Who, what, where, when, and why. And because I am a bad interviewer, I like getting them out of the way right at the beginning. So, Collin, who are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Like you said, I guess I'm a stand-up comedian. Before that, I did a lot of like YouTube sketch stuff, and now I'm kind of like starting to get back into that more. I'm a writer, I guess, a little bit too. I feel like who I am is just like my job, or what I hope is my job. I also am a videographer and editor. That is my legitimate day job.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's is that who?
Videographer is such a flashy term for something that's just like, I hold a camera. I hold a camera, I do it good.
Sometimes it's live and it's at an event and I just click record and then that's about it.
The best jobs known to man.
Yeah.
The best gigs ever. Just like, oh yeah, I brought a tripod, click, click, boop.
And if it's a big enough lens, people are like, ooh, nice camera.
Wow, that's so true.
That looks expensive.
I get so intimidated when I go with my shitty like little kit lenses and shit, and then someone just like, oh no, don't worry, I got this. Click, 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 click.
Sure.
Fucking, you can see the moon with this bitch.
I was gonna say, I feel like I have a pretty good camera setup, but like, there's the odd time where someone has like a proper like studio cam and they like are setting it up in the same room. I'm like, oh, now I feel silly.
Yeah. It's like, oh, well.
Now, obviously, no one thinks I'm impressive. It's all Mr. TV camera.
I'll just see myself out then.
Yeah.
So you said you were into YouTube sketch. So take me a little bit through the journey. So you were into YouTube sketch, and we've known each other a long time, but we haven't really talked too much.
Right.
So you're into that, and then you do videography, kind of by day and then comedy by night. So take me a little bit through the journey.
Okay, well, the journey, so I actually met a few friends in university, and we together did a sketch comedy channel called the LMA Show for, I want to say 3 or 4 years, maybe 5. And the concept was like a live action robot chicken or something. So just like short little sketches all strung together. So that was kind of like my first big exposure to like something comedic regularly. So yeah, we did that for a while. The channel morphed from that into a bit of a vlogging thing. We did some like parody music videos. We kind of tried a bit of everything. And then I think that kind of gave me a bit of confidence in maybe doing more comedy in the future. And then one of the friends from that YouTube group put me in touch. Like he was like doing some work for like this new radio show.
Okay.
He brought me aboard to like help him make some little like radio stingers and stuff like that. And then one day the host is like, hey, you guys should write a funny little comedy song, perform it on the air. And then we're like, okay.
Yeah.
So we did. And then there was, do you know Bobby Lee from Mad TV? And things? Yeah. So he was the guest on the show that day, really liked our song, and then said, okay, write another song tonight, and then do 5 minutes at the beginning of my sold out Yuck Yucks show tomorrow.
Damn.
Yeah. And I'll just skip to the fact that it went not great.
That's so funny. Yo, write another song. You have a day.
I know, we have a day, and I'm like, I think this one's only pretty good. Like, it was good in this room. I don't know if, like, 200 people are going to love this.
Yeah.
We haven't really been able to road test it much, so I was shitting my pants. We did 2 shows. First one went okay. Second one went worse.
Yeah,
and
not good.
Not good, but something about that planted the seed in my head, and I could see doing this without a guitar, like just doing like regular stand-up. And then at the show, I met just like a Toronto comic who came to watch the show. And then like months later, I kind of got in contact with him to just like, hey, I'd like to try and do some open mics. Rest is history.
And the rest is history. Yeah, it's funny because like I said, we grew up near each other, and then like there was a good span of, I'll say, like maybe 7-8 years where we just barely ever saw each other.
I was always aware of you, but yeah, for some reason we never crossed paths.
Yeah, exactly. It was the same thing for me, that we just didn't like it. Our paths never crossed. And then I got into comedy, and then they were like, people were like, oh yeah, there's this show with this guy named Collin. And I was like Collin who? And then I remember it was some show I was on that I was helping do or something, that you were there, and I was like, you do comedy? Like, I do comedy.
Do you remember what show it was? Fair.
I drank way too much to remember that.
All good. I don't remember any shows like a week later. So
yeah, I'm the same way. I record them and I listen back to them to be like, oh, either this was good or this was bad, and otherwise I'm just like,
yes,
nothing.
Brain dump.
So you did the musical comedy. So did you stick with that at all after that show? Because you said it didn't go good. Like, did that continue at all, or were you just like, fuck the guitar?
Well, there was discussion with me and the friend who had done it about like writing some more songs, and we kind of tried to do that for a bit, but it didn't really go anywhere. Like it kind of, I think the magic died after that. Like, I don't know if I think we just had that one hit wonder that only those 3 people in that radio station liked. So yeah.
If it's gonna be people, it might as well be people who are gonna be like, yo, come do my sold out show.
I know, but that was almost, yes. I guess I'm thankful long term because it got me doing stand up, but in the moment it's like, why do you think this was gonna go well for us?
Yeah, exactly.
How are we just gonna be natural day one perfect performers? And I was like, oh my god, I can't even tell you wrote that last night.
What a good compliment that is, though, because he heard that
I
song
know.
and was like, these guys are professionals. Like, I need these guys on my show. That's crazy. That's such classic, like, carny comedy shit. Like,
yeah, and like too nice, way too nice,
Yeah.
too supportive, and then it just went downhill from there.
Do you where was your first show that wasn't with like just Collin doing his thing?
Right. It was at this bar, I think on like the Danforth called Sportsters.
Yeah.
Oh, you know sport.
We
You
love
remember that?
Sportsters.
Yeah. No, I have very good memories of that, and I'm pretty sure comedy's not allowed there anymore. But the guy who, like, the Toronto comic who I met at the show is like, okay, you could do this one show that has a packed audience and it's really fun, or you could do Sportsters, which is only comics. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to do the only comics.
Yeah.
I want to be in front of as little people as possible for
Yeah.
my first time, because I was insanely nervous, even though I had done that sold out show before.
Yeah, well, you were nervous because you did the sold out show and it didn't go
It went
well.
really bad. Yes, I didn't have any reason to have confidence in myself.
Yeah.
Or any backup this time. It was just me.
So how did that go? Because personally, I find it interesting to find whether people like performing in front of comedians or people more. Because I find performing in front of comedians to be so much more stressful. Like if I go to an open mic and it's all comedians and I'm just like, they're gonna fucking hate me. I'm a poser. They don't like me. Oh, this is gonna be awful. And then I bomb. Like,
Well, I know that now.
yeah.
I feel like I hate performing more in front of comics now because of exactly it's for some reason you're in your own head, and just also other comics are a worse audience than regular people. I didn't know that at the time, but the first one actually went really well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the set anywhere, but I remember some laughs and then a mini applause break after one of my jokes, which I'm like, I'm clearly a natural at this. This is the best.
Professional. Pay me.
And people were like, wow, first time, really? That's good. That's so good. I'm like, yes! This is my calling! And then next one was at, did you ever do Sirens? It was, I'm trying to remember what even the bar was called. Mark Hallworth ran the show.
Yeah. I remember I was gonna go
in the
once,
Junction.
I don't remember what happened. I think I was working or something, so I couldn't.
It came to be a show I really loved, and him and Michael Kellett ran it for a while, like for 7 or 8 years, which is insane for an open mic. But that was my second one, and someone from the first mic told me, oh, it's super supportive, you'll have a great time. And that was like 4-minute sets, and from that one, I got utter and complete silence from the first joke to the very end. Like, not a titter, not a sound. And so I'm like, okay, comedy can be really good and then really awful.
Yeah. It's two sides of the coin. It's literally like you're either on cloud 9, you're like, I killed it, people laughed, that was amazing, or you're like, man, I am gonna be stuck in an office job forever. Fuck. I hate my life. Like.
And after the show, a comic came up to me and he's like, hey, so do you think you like want to do this for like a living? I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't fucking, at this point, like, yesterday, yes, today, no idea.
Yeah. It's such a crazy question to ask. Like, when I did my first book show, I had a comedian who was like, so what's your style? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I just say funny shit. And sometimes people laugh and sometimes people don't laugh. And that's pretty much. And they were like, well, like, if you want to make a career to this, you have to make a style. And I was like, you're also new. Like, who the fuck are you?
And also, for years and years and years, no one cares about your style.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like funny.
I was like, "What's your style?" And I remember he said something. He was like, yeah, I'm like a one-liner storyteller, punchline comic." And I was like, "So you're a comedian?"
Oh, I like the description of punchline comic.
Yeah, it was like
I like punchlines in my comedy.
I like telling jokes.
Yeah, that is someone who's thought too much about their bio and not enough about their jokes.
So, So you started in sketch. So is sketch still something that you would want to pursue, or like what's kind of your, I'll say, priority right now, excluding obviously the pandemic existing, because that'll obviously change the way you see things.
Well, for the time that we weren't in pandemic mode, I pretty much was solely pursuing and doing comedy, like stand-up all the time. But I always kind of wanted to balance it with the sketch stuff because, I don't know, that's also something I'm really interested in, is just like, I don't know, maybe like getting into something more narrative someday, like maybe getting into like writing for TV. And so like sketch feels like working those muscles. And I don't know, I like making stuff too. Just like it definitely flexes another muscle. And I say there's times I disappear into stand-up for months and months and not do anything sketch related. But then with this whole pandemic thing, I'm happy to have had like an abundance of time to just sink into like video ideas. So I think I'd ideally like to balance the two, be doing both regularly. But I think does that answer your question?
Yeah, no, I think it does, because I think it's interesting to see kind of where I think it's going to be interesting to see where everything's going to shake out, because I think a lot of people with especially like any entertainers, but especially people who thrive in live entertainment like comedians, you know, a lot of them had to try and just find different avenues to try and keep making stuff and keep like stay relevant and those kind of things. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how it kind of plays out after this.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, it's like right now it's to be just at least engaged in something creative. Even like, it's like even doing the sketch stuff, it doesn't like, I don't know, like light that fire in my brain like stand-up does. Like it's a totally different beast. And like, obviously Zoom shows exist, but obviously that still is approximating the live thing, but not quite doing it. But at the same time, I feel better to kind of be working on stuff on the regular. And I don't know, it's different writing and it's different creativity, but it like keeps me feeling motivated, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you said, it's flexing different muscles, right? Like, because both of them are writing, but one of them is writing with the like that. It's like you set it up, you do the punchline, you wait for people to laugh. Whereas writing for TV or sketches is like, this is the bit. I'm going to put it out there and hope it gets likes. Like, yes.
Yeah. And at the same time, it's so much like easier to do it that way, because you don't have to deal with the instantaneous rejection. Like, no, that was bad. We hated that.
Which one do you find more stressful? Because I personally, I like the live. I would rather tell a joke and no one laugh, because then I'm like, okay, got it. Rather than like spend time, write something that I get attached to it, right? I don't know about you. Yeah, I get attached to it, I put it out there, and then it gets like 2 likes and 10 views, and you're like, oh, shit, really? Okay.
I agree. It's getting used to a different version of rejection, I think. Because I'll like the last big video I put out, I'm like, okay, put months of effort into this, and then like it translates into like 10 or 15 likes. I'm like, yeah, that kind of sucks. But at the same time, I want to get to a point where me liking it is enough. I don't need that. Like, it's sweet if a bunch of other people like it too, but for right now, I just got to be following the path of like, yeah, this is good, and I think it's better than the last thing I made.
Yeah. I think that's the key to I think that's when you really start to kind of understand content creation, right? Is when you get to that point where you're like, I've put this out, I like it. If other people like it, that's chill, but like, I enjoy the thing that I made.
Totally.
Yeah. So for why is a very nebulous question. I like to kind of try and boil it down a little bit. So for me, it always comes down to like, what is it about comedy and sketch that keeps you, because it's an unforgiving business, and we've talked about it getting rejected, going to open mics with 2 people who don't laugh. Like, it's a hard thing. What is it about it that keeps you going?
I guess it's the, like, when it goes good, it's so good that it justifies all the shit you have to go through to get back there. Like it's something, I don't know. I don't know if there's like a psychology of why someone likes to laugh, but I think the feeling of making a whole group of people like an idea or watch your thing or like support something that you made out of nothing is like intoxicating.
Right.
And I just think, yeah, I guess I don't know why I like it more than that. I guess it just like motivates me and makes me want to get back to that. It makes me want to get better at it kind of thing. Like it just, I guess I was just good enough at it that I could justify like 2 weeks of bombing at every show when I was starting out. And now I'm so happy that I stuck with it because it's like slowly getting easier and slowly I'm like enjoying it more and more and being able to separate myself from like, what do all these comics think? Or why didn't this audience like this joke? So I think I just enjoy the process of the creating and the reception. And yeah, like I was like terrified in school of like public speaking. So stand-up's not even the thing I thought I'd ever do. But like something about the little bit of like early days, like approval made me want to just like chase that and keep going and never stop.
You're in the laughter is a drug camp. That's where you're at.
I think so.
You're in the laughter is my cocaine camp.
Yeah, and then at the same time, it's like I really just like if I find an idea that is exciting to me, like a premise or a joke, I really just like fleshing it out and finding every tag and finding every part of it and like how to wring the most out of that joke cloth.
Yeah, joke cloth.
Yeah. Joke cloth. I'm like, am I gonna finish this thought or am I gonna stop?
The comedy cloth. That's a great name. Okay, if any comedian's listening and wants a name for their writers' room podcast, comedy cloth.
Comedy cloth.
That's beautiful. That's
I don't know.
good.
I appreciate, but is that clear from the get-go what comedy cloth means?
Is any podcast title clear from the get-go?
Maybe not. Okay.
That's the beauty of podcasts, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get into what we're doing today. So here on Let's Be Best Friends, I like to talk to the guests a little bit beforehand to make sure we're on the same page going into it and what they like to do. I find it the easiest way to have a conversation with someone is to ask them what they would like to do. And you chose Goosebumps, and I've never been more excited. Oh my God. I haven't watched an episode of Goosebumps since I was a child, and it was my shit. I love Goosebumps, dude.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say I haven't seen it ever. I'm like, oh
no. No, I remember because there was a block on like YTV when it was getting into like October, and it would be like Tales from the Crypt Keeper, Goosebumps, and then there was actually, before we get into this, do you remember a show? It was like an animated show with a cockroach who told stories, and it'd be like, happened to a friend of mine.
I think it's Creepy Stories.
I've been trying to find that fucking show.
Oh man,
for like 10 years. It is my white whale of television.
Oh man, I kind of want to search it right now. I feel like people are like, I think it's a talking slug, like a weird. Is a slug or like
it's like
or maggot? I think
gross bug.
And like slime in his mouth.
Yeah,
kind of
happened to a friend of mine. That's the only part I remember, and then it would go into the story.
Yeah, that was a sick show.
Fucking weird animated show. Oh, so good. Okay.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's listening who may be a little younger, this was the epitome of a horror television when we were children. I think is fair to say.
Yeah. This Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are You Afraid of the Dark actually legitimately scared the shit out of me. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it got me, dude. There was one episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark where I think some kid got his head or something in a microwave, and it freaked my shit out forever. I didn't use a microwave for months because I was so freaked out that it was gonna explode and I was gonna die or something. I don't even remember what the fucking plot was.
That's more than I remember. I just remember the intro was creepy as hell. Yeah, and there was just this yeah.
Oh man. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm so good. I'm ready. We're gonna do this old school MSN style. I've got the video at 000, if you're ready.
Okay.
For anyone watching at home, links in the description if you want to watch along with us, copyright and all that. Just enjoy this beautiful picture of a Goosebumps book that I found. I'm ready if you're ready, if you want to count us in.
Okay, I got it also queued up now,
Beautiful.
too.
Count us in, brother.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
All right, we're back. Technical difficulties have been solved. Not that anyone who's listening / watching would know that. What's up, R.L. Stein?
I'm R.L. Stein.
I'm R.L. Stein. I hope he introduces every episode like that, where he's like, "Hi, I'm R.L. Stein."
Yeah, it's weird that he even wanted to do this.
I feel like wanted is a strong word.
Like, we need you for the first episode.
Yeah, I feel like he has an agent who has like a coke problem. I think that's more accurately what happened. If I know when did this come out? This was the 90s, right? If I know anything about 90s TV, is it's all cocaine.
I see, yes. Well, I don't know. I feel like R.L. Stein is the kid's version of Stephen King, and he also seems like the boring I've never done drugs version of Stephen King, where he's like, "Hey, this is Goosebumps. I'm gonna rob you guys of the best intro ever."
And that's why he wrote children's books, and Stephen King wrote fucking Carrie, because he was like off mushrooms or whatever.
Yes.
He was drinking cough syrup and wrote Christine.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever read Stephen King's book? Speaking of Stephen King,
I feel like I've read.
One?
Oh, about him.
Yeah,
no,
so good.
Feel like I've heard from someone who has read it some of the info, and he had a pretty crazy life.
It's very good. Just hearing him, because the first half of it is him going through like biography of like his life and how he started writing and all that, because he did like a bunch of drugs and was addicted to codeine and shit. And then the second half of it is like, here's how to be a better writer.
Oh, cool.
Boom.
Is it Stephen King on writing? Is that the book? Okay, yeah.
I don't read a lot of books, but it's one of the very few books that I read all the way through multiple times.
Cool.
It's very good.
I will check it out. Thanks for the recommendation. And thanks to R.L. Stein for being the boring version of Stephen King.
You know what? If Goosebumps is going to exist as this wacky bullshit wild television show for 90s teens, then something has to give.
I'm sorry.
You can't have Guy Fieri introduce Goosebumps, you know what I mean?
Sure. And I will say, the books, I have like very fond memories of growing up with those. Like, and I think they legitimately scared me, or just were like creepy, and you're like, ah. And then the show did scare me when I was a child, but now you're like, oh my god, the nothing budget they had to shoot this show.
Well, it's the perfect example of like it's super scary when you're a kid. But like as you get older, you're like, this is fucking ridiculous. Which I think is how like all kids TV ideally is, right? Like like SpongeBob is the funniest thing known to man when you're a kid, and then when you're an adult, it's still okay, but like you've discovered other things. Like
yes, it's more annoying now.
Dude, I tried to watch a new episode of SpongeBob, and I try not to be a boomer shitting on all these kids' TV shows now, but God, is it so much worse. It's so much worse.
Well, it's like any show like that that's like a multi-million-dollar enterprise with like plush toys and lunchboxes and all this merch eventually is gonna run into the ground.
Yeah.
Like
it's the Simpsons of child's television.
Pretty well, yeah.
It absorbed everything else on the channel it was on, and then the creator left, and now it's just.
Well, I think he died.
Yeah, Stephen Hillenburg died. It was very sad.
It was a mean and
yes.
joke.
Apparently, they're making a Patrick spin-off show.
What?
And apparently it's so fucked up. I was reading about this. Apparently Stephen Hillenburg is like, he's like Robert Zemeckis, where he's like, I don't want anyone touching my thing. Do not make prequels, sequels, spin-offs. When I die, if you do this, I'll be pissed. And then he died, and now they're doing it, and everyone's like, come on, man. Like,
I guess there's no way it'd be cool if there was a way to like sign a contract where like, even if I die, this is in effect. You can't touch my shit. But I guess that
I think it's the only reason to have kids as a creative enterprise, just to be like, hey, Billy, my child, here is
my shit.
No one touch it.
Right.
Don't be a greedy fuck.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I think we're getting in it. This guy's creepy. I don't like him.
So that's a good start. Is creepy dude staring out a window with a weird scar on his face. That's good.
That's good
villain for us.
Shit.
Yes.
Did something happen to you?
Nothing.
Don't happen to you. I think my favorite part of Goosebumps is the adult actors, because the kid
So
actors
bad.
are like, they're like, yeah, you know, they're kids or whatever, but the adults are like,
Hey, come here. I want to show you
community theater fucking.
I know. They clearly didn't like scout for the best actors. They're just.
I finished it today in art class.
It makes me wonder how, like, what the production was like. You know, like, I wonder if Goosebumps was one of those shows that was filmed in like 1 month and they just did like fucking 50 episodes.
Sure, it was super cheap to make, and it like a fuck ton of people watched it. So they're like, whatever, sticking with this formula.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Get it done and get it out. Kids will consume anything.
It's true.
Collie Bear,
It smiled at me.
Collie Bear.
what is up with you?
It smelled
So
open
good.
and it smiled at me.
Collie Bear, you're letting this Halloween stuff get to you.
Okay,
God,
so
I love this.
so on top of what's going to be a haunted mask episode, her mom makes creepy, lifelike masks of her child. Why?
In art class.
You saw a duck at the
What was
mall.
the
Yeah.
prompt
You thought it
is
might
what
be
I
fun to
want to
be a
know.
duck for Halloween?
Yeah. Why isn't that just like a solid piece? Why is it something that could go over a head?
Yeah.
That's creepy as hell.
I'm wondering if she goes into art class and they're like, hey, you can make, we're making masks today.
Last thing I wanna know.
You can make whatever mask you want. And some people are making
Scary this time.
like Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Halloween, whatever. And then it's like, I've made my child.
It smiled. Did you see the mask smiled? It did.
I didn't like that. That was good
Yes.
effects though. It just a little boom.
They don't like with their CGI budget, they were able to do just enough.
Yeah. That's
Touches.
that's the kind of shit where like little child Cole is like, nope, boop, nope, no.
I'm out of here.
And there's the chicken.
Man, she is just she's having a rough day.
Bad day, man. It's just jump
Pump-
scares left, right, and center.
Gotcha. Take off that duck costume. It's my costume.
Oh, that's why she's pissed. It's her duck costume.
Curly Beth the scaredy cat.
It is her duck costume.
Apparently.
Okay.
What the? Oh, she's wearing gloves for her costume. I was like, why the fuck is she wearing gloves to eat her sandwich?
Weird. Whatever the hell that is.
Cookie?
Go away, Chuck.
Okay, so we're building up a character who everyone scares her all the time.
Yeah.
And at one point, she's going to want to get her revenge.
Some of these kids have to die, right? I don't remember if Goosebumps goes that hard, but like, I'm watching this and I'm like,
Fine, just
Chucky over here is gonna die for sure.
Whatever you want.
I think you remember Goosebumps is a lot more aggressively violent than it really was. I feel like in the whole series, kids come close to dying, but don't die. Maybe there's ghost kids. Maybe there's ghost kids, but
there's like forced ghost kids.
there's like, she ate a worm sandwich. She's eating a worm sandwich.
What's wrong, Curly Beth?
See, here's
Man.
the thing, is I'm not saying like the kid needs to get like stabbed through the chest like it's like Friday the 13th. I'm just saying banished to the Shadow Realm is fine.
Oh, sure. I really hope even if this kid gets a creepy mask welded onto her face forever, that she gets to take some people down with her.
That's what I'm saying. I want her to just kind of, you know, whatever superpower she probably gets from it, super strength or teleportation or something.
Yes, she best get some like quality revenge in this episode, or I will be disappointed.
If they make her like imagine they make her into the bad guy. Like she puts on the mask. That's the R-rated version. She puts on the mask and stabs a bunch of people, and then we're like, okay, too far. Maybe.
Wow, episode 1 Goosebumps. You're easing us in with just murder. Oh, she's ruining her
the duck
costume.
costume. Aw.
Nothing. People are mean. People scare me, and they make me eat worm sandwiches, and they bury themselves in the ground and come up and they have pumpkins on their head.
She is having
My
a rough
life's-
couple of days. I want to see how
Yeah.
this tantrum turns into. I should put on this fucking terrifying mask.
Yeah, like, I feel like if she's gotten scared this much, why would she go back to super scary, creepy Halloween shop?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would make her want to go back there?
Oh, she's got the drug money.
Oh, it's my turn now. You guys are gonna pay.
You guys are gonna pay. Brushes her hair before she goes. She means fucking business.
Okay, yes, this is
Yep,
okay.
we're going to the
Novelty
creepy
shop, magic. Oh, it's magic. It's a magic novelty shop.
Oof, man. It's like IRL Majora's Mask.
Yes.
We're just gonna come in. The guy's just gonna be cranking a box really fast and just be like, the moon.
Beware!
The moon is upon us. I don't think cool is what I would say when I walk into this store full of incredibly lifelike masks.
Yes.
But you know,
Dusty.
I don't Dusty, yeah. No one's
Ew.
cool. Ah, God.
Yeah, she's surprisingly upbeat for someone who seems like she has PTSD from that worm sandwich.
She's very upbeat for someone who's had the worst 2 days that a child could possibly have. Just walking around smelling shit.
Now, this is where she's in her happy place, is in creepy, dusty magic shop.
The magic shop and sunglass bazaar.
And also, not exactly a welcoming shopkeeper.
Yeah.
I'd like to buy a mask for Halloween.
And no lights. There's a lot of problems going on.
Only a minute.
Very dramatic lighting.
I really need a mask. It won't be long.
Closed. Okay.
Everything I have is up on the walls. 5 minutes.
I don't know what accent that's supposed to be, but I am a fan of it. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's certainly something that I'm into.
It's just vague enough that we're like, ooh, magic shop owner.
Yeah, European-esque.
Yes.
Sick, Chewbacca.
I like that it's with glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it a wolf with glasses?
I think it's legitimately a Chewbacca mask that they had to hide. That's my running theory. We got Groucho Marx, we got Captain Picard, you know, only the best for Halloween.
Yes, yes. Okay. How's she getting into the evil stick-to-your-face masks?
That's
This one looks pretty harmless.
I'm wondering if maybe the her face made into a mask is actually a red herring.
Yeah, it's weird that was seemingly haunted before she got to the haunted shop. It's like, what's going on here?
That was smiling, and now this shop is definitely big evil energy. And there's still a smiling mask back home.
And he's also an evil scientist naturally.
Of course. It comes with the Eastern European accent card.
Cool. And clearly these are for sale.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, this room you went in out of the main shop is...
He said any mask on the shelf. This mask's on a shelf.
I said no.
I said no. Oh no. Oh god, they're all moving and shit. Go to commercial. Ah, I love children's TV.
And...
Oh, and he's locked the door.
He's locking the... What the hell?
You cannot make this show in 2020.
You're not supposed to be here.
Then why'd you leave the door open, motherfucker?
Okay, you're not supposed to be here.
Oh, God. He was doing this towards a girl. God.
Natural misdirect.
My fucking...
I'm going to strangle. Nope.
My alarms are going off, man.
For sale?
Yeah, okay.
Why not?
So...
Why not? Because they moved. They're obviously a problem, man.
That's perfect. I need a really...
So I'm like wondering, are these like revenge masks? Do you give these to people you hate, or
Really frightening.
did he why did he make living masks? What's the motivation here for him?
I will give it to you for nothing.
Okay.
I don't think
For-
Chuck and Steve will be scared by a gorilla mask, though.
Who?
Who? Now he's invested in this little girl's revenge plot.
And
I hope she goes like, they made a worm sandwich, and he's like, done. Here's the mask.
Here's my creepiest one.
Here's the devil incarnate.
Here's the one that will bite their rip their throats out.
what is your name?
Ugh. Good job, girl.
Carly Beth?
Good acting. Good acting.
Carly Beth.
I feel like this guy we're gonna IMDb him later, and he's gonna be like a Shakespearean trained actor.
These...
I honestly feel like this is the best actor I've seen on Goosebumps.
Like he's been Macbeth for 30 years.
I could maybe see this.
Look,
And now he comes to America, he comes to LA, and here we go. Goosebumps.
No.
This is it. This is his big break.
Please. Now.
She steals
Yes,
it.
and
Yup, there it is. Put it on, put it on, put it on. Oh. Here's your money! Woo!
Okay, so he sort of tried to stop her, but gave up quite easily.
I mean,
Considering this is like his weird living mask experiment. That
there it goes. Oh, ominous.
ooh, closed.
I feel like it's very monkey's paw. Like he's just kind of like, you know what? I tried.
I tried, I'll just make another one.
You're fucked, buddy. I think, you know what? He seems pretty magical. I feel like he's probably like, I'll get it back.
Yeah, I wonder, well, I guess we're gonna have to have a ultimate getting the mask back or taking the mask. Oh,
Oh, God. It is a cool mask. I'll say it. If someone showed up to a Halloween party in that mask, I'm into it.
Well done, props team.
Well done, props team. A+.
Oh, changes her voice a little bit too.
Well, like, and even, like, they did a cool job of, like, they did makeup around her eyes and shit to make it, like, look like it's
Feel like
on
it's
there.
formed.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Who are you? Why don't you guess? Mom, help!
Wasn't this kid... Oh, wait, I was gonna be like, wasn't this kid a duck earlier? And then I realized what happened.
Carly Beth? Don't you recognize my clothes? Your face. The mask.
When does she go to take it off and it's stuck there? That's what I'm ready for.
Yeah, she's got to have some fun with it first before she realizes
Yeah.
what's going on.
Oh, there it
What is
is.
this? My mask, it won't come off. Stop kidding around, Carly Beth. I'm not kidding around.
Jesus, the name Carly Beth keeps getting me.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
it's
a milk
wiggly.
thing.
It is a wiggly mask. There's the violin strings. Oh, okay, no, she's good.
Okay. So maybe the mask gets stronger with time. It's like the
Yeah.
longer you have it on, the more it latches onto you.
What if this is literally just the plot of Spider-Man 3? What if we're watching the Goosebumps equivalent of Spider-Man?
Sure.
We know.
I was gonna say I don't exactly remember how it worked within the movie, but like, how did the mask work in the mask?
Change your voice.
That's a good question. I
'Cause
feel like
it was
The
like-
Mask is a movie that no one has seen since the year 2000.
Yes, I don't remember. Yes, it was a wooden mask, but then you put on and you have this weird green head and like a brightly colored suit.
Well, did he ever? He took it off, right? Like he would like put it on and take it off, right?
Yeah, but I feel like early days he wasn't able to, or
Yeah.
I don't know. It got more out of control as time went on,
It's like a Red Hulk situation.
possibly. So, oh, it got sucked a little tighter that
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah. This is big Spider-Man 3 energy for sure. Yeah. She's gonna start fucking snapping and pointing at people. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, is she gonna?
If she scares her mom, can you imagine her mom just like fucking whips around and fucking like throws a shoe at her? Not in my house! Yeah! Oh no.
What?
Okay, so we have 2 haunted masks. We've established this.
Yes. Okay, so wait, maybe this one isn't like a rubber mask. It seems like
Mom,
like a weird bust thing.
By 7:30.
Wait a sec, Sabrina can wait. Oh, that must be your dad. I hope his trip.
Okay, wait, what's she planning on? I'm really wondering
Yeah.
what she's planning on doing with this. Like, but this is, hi, Mom! I'm just gonna go out with some friends!
This is that was a lot of setup.
Chicago going well?
And now she's got her head on a stick. I'm like, what does she plan to accomplish here?
Okay, maybe it's one of those things like I killed Carly Beth, this is her head, this is part of the costume. No, I feel like
It is a gangster costume, I'll say it. That's a power move.
it's not bad, it's creative. I would think that most people are just gonna be confused by the head on the stick, though.
I feel like if she is, like, because she got bullied and everyone laughed at her, so I feel like either people are going to be like, good shit, power move, you put your own head on a spike, or they're going to be like, you put the nerdy girl on a spike, tight.
Right.
You're not Chuck and Steve.
No shit, they're not
But
Chuck
if
and
you
Steve.
were,
There's
I'd
randos.
make you real sorry. Let's go. It's crazy. Yeah.
She is definitely a psychopath, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just like the mask makes you a jerk to kids.
Makes you a dick to children.
That's its power.
Don't you recognize me? Carly Beth?
How the fuck do you nail this as the one
mouse.
child
Excellent.
in a country mile
Really
who has that
cool.
blonde bob
So
haircut?
scary.
Yeah.
And that head.
Oh, this is her homie. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
Looks
I didn't
so
recognize her
real.
with
Where'd
this
you get it?
expertly crafted
me.
rat costume.
It's who I used to be.
Oh yeah.
Used to be.
Who she used to be.
Forget it.
Dun dun dun!
So where are they? Where's Chuck and Steve? Oh, we'll find them. Oh. You really want to scare them tonight, don't you?
Ew.
Nah.
Everything else in the world. Come on, let's go.
These kids are getting put in the Shadow Realm. Like, for sure. Like, 100%, right?
Who, the Steve and what's his name?
I think all four. That's where... Everyone, actually, except for the friend character, the girl in the rat costume, she lives.
Uh-huh.
You need
Okay,
someone
okay.
to tell the story. Someone has to tell R.L. Stein the story.
Where'd you buy that
Yes.
mask? Your mom didn't make it, did she? No. Did you buy it at that weird store? Was it a lot?
So,
Can I touch it?
in the canon, R.L. Stein is telling the story. Is this supposed to be a story that he, like,
You're not gonna
heard
believe
or
this,
that he
but
wrote?
It feels like real skin.
Do we
Yeah,
know?
I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like, a kid told me this story and then now I'm telling you for some reason. Or,
A child in Maine had this happen to them.
yeah, I'm not sure. I think they ditched that R.L. Stein intro for the majority of the series.
Oh yeah, she's strangling her friend. Yeah, dude, she's
Wait,
this is
what?
the syndicate, dude.
What are you doing?
I don't know if she's screwing with her. Okay, fuck. Damn it!
In your face, it was the best.
This show's getting me, man.
Did you think I was gonna hurt you?
We're sitting here just trying to riff it, and it's actually doing a very good job of being non-riffable.
Sorry.
Yes.
I'm just staying.
Well, I was gonna say, and I like that her idea after all of this of a prank is just like, I'm gonna strangle you.
Yeah.
Hilarious, right?
Aha, we're
Decide to go
friends.
berserk like that.
And she's like, didn't you know I was joking? It's like, okay, even if I knew that, not a great joke. Not a great joke, just putting your hands around my throat.
Also, there's literally zero confirmation you are who you say you are.
Yes.
Maybe I'm still in 2020 mindset. I need to get into 1995 mindset. But like,
Sure.
if someone comes up to me and sounds vaguely like my friend, but is in a full mask on Halloween, I'm like, nope. Fuck that.
I was gonna say, I don't recognize people in the mouth masks we're wearing these days. Full face mask? Who the fuck are you?
No, cat.
I don't
Oh,
like
she's a
yellow,
cat.
Mom. Too scary.
Oh, it's just a funny mask, hon. Don't be afraid.
Watch who you
She's like breathing.
for.
Listen, don't frighten her like that. She's just a little girl.
Oh, well, isn't that too bad?
Oh my god.
Cut it out.
She is becoming Venom.
Talking.
Now that I've made the connection, I can't stop.
You tell your sister
I love-
that I'm gonna call the police.
I'm gonna call the cops. Aight, brother.
Honey, Beth, wait up!
I love her evil laugh.
This kid was weird to my kid. Please help.
It's Halloween and they were mean to me at the door.
They were. What do they look like? I have no idea.
Can you? What do they look like? Oh, is that Carly Beth kid? You know her. You'll be able to tell.
Mask.
I could tell through the mask easily.
Easily.
I could tell based on her clothing.
Forget it. Let's just go back to my house, okay?
No. It's
No.
my night. Halloween is my night. It's the one night I get to have fun. The one night I don't have to be pitiful, scareable Carly Beth.
Carly Beth, no.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
no.
Carly Beth!
Just gonna go rob a bank or something.
It's starting with being a jerk on Halloween, and it will end with.
When I
don't know.
kill the Batman.
Yes.
Oh yeah, just casually playing around in cemeteries.
That's a weird light up cemetery
That's a weird little...
sign.
It's a weird amount of fog and blue lights you got there, boys. For your shitty pirate fight.
Yes.
What should we do now? Well, hit almost every house in the neighborhood. Let's go in here.
Yeah, the cemetery, for sure. Yeah.
Come on, it's
Why not?
Halloween.
For sure.
That's a good backdrop to get scared by creepy goblin
Sure.
Curly,
Come on.
Curly, whatever her name is. I've already forgotten her name.
Carly Beth. Put some respect
Carly
on her name, please.
Beth. Carly Beth, formerly known as Carly Beth.
Yeah,
now.
the artist formerly known as Carly Beth. Carly Beth and the Revolution.
I feel like this mask is like a demon, and I like that the most it can do in the body of a child is just be a jerk to people's property.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna break your pumpkin, and I'm gonna scare your kids.
It's mild harassment and property at best.
Like, she is turning into it, but like at such a snail's pace that we're just seeing like the most minor of disturbances.
This is the definition of like a nerd's version of an evil demon on Halloween.
Yes.
I'm going to TP your trees!
And I'm going to have a creepy mask on while I do it.
But it's biodegradable!
Treasure.
God, I hope they try and dig up a grave or something. I don't know what this is setting up to, but I'm very into it.
Hate mints.
Is there candy in the cemetery?
I think they're just checking out their stash on top of a tombstone, which is a weird move.
It's a very weird flex.
I heard something. What?
Oh, no.
Over there.
Yeah, put the eye patch up for sure. What? Wait, you're a pirate and Jim Carrey from The Mask?
Real funny.
Wait, did Buddy have like a spare mask just in case of potential jump scare opportunities?
Yeah, he's just ready. Because being a pirate wasn't scary enough. It is weird that the jock guys are just like shitty pirates.
Yes, and not. Yeah, well, instead of what? Just like
I don't know,
in sports uniforms or something.
I guess I just feel like they spent all the time leading up to Halloween being scary, and the day of they're like, yeah, we're gonna be like shitty party packagers pirates. Like,
yes. Well, I guess it shows you that the Goosebumps team put all of the budget into the masks.
Into the mask and the bust of her head.
Yes.
I think I hear something.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. We got our Jaws shot.
No, I mean it.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm so ready for her to just jump and bite them in the throats or some shit.
Yeah, that would be very satisfying.
If this was Are You Afraid of the Dark, both these kids would be dead. For sure. Commercial break, Natch.
It would be kind of funny if they weren't even that scared.
Yeah, they're just like, alright, whatever, man.
That was a bad jump scare. You might have a creepy mask, but your jump scare game is not on point here.
They also were like, oh, you're Carly Beth. How the fuck are these kids so good at recognizing this child?
Poor Carly Beth didn't want to give up her head tonight. But I did it anyway.
How are you making that weird voice?
Apologize to her. Tell Carly Beth
You're right, it's a fucking foolproof voice, brother.
For what?
I like that the mask is getting sweaty.
It's getting sweaty.
Oh, every time you made people laugh at her.
We were just goofing around.
Goofing around?
I also like Buddy's drawn on mustache too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They went through a lot of effort to not be scary.
Yeah, really.
Apologize to her.
Apologize to the severed head of the person you bullied. This is a crazy power move. I'm more into this plan the more it folds out.
Sorry, Carly Beth. We're sorry. Sorry again.
Oh no.
Oh, the face is shrinking.
Talked.
Please help me.
Maybe it wasn't a red herring. Fair enough.
It's just her face transferring to... I don't know how it started smiling at her before she even had the mask, though. Doesn't exactly make sense.
I guess it's just to show that it's haunted. It's like, hey, there's evil juju in the air.
Is her mom also secretly a witch?
Ooh, yo! Okay. Here's what it is.
Prediction.
Her mom knows the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper taught her how to make haunted shit years ago in the old country.
Okay.
And she accidentally made a living mask.
Of her own daughter. And now she's burying it in the cemetery, which is a creepy move, I have to say.
I mean, if I'm holding a bust of my own head and it does start talking, I will say I'll do the same thing. I'm either burying it or lighting on fire, and that's it.
I want to say she's full demon mask now. I want to say it's taken control, and this is her. I don't know. Now just living the life of a weird child goblin.
Good cartwheel. Hey, stuck the landing. Looks good.
Yeah, okay. So someone has to save her now, I bet.
It's
or like
the mom.
Who's gonna? Okay, maybe the mom.
The witch from the old country. Or her dad comes back from whatever trip he's on.
Yeah.
And he's a witch or something. Oh God. Fuck.
Sabrina.
I hate Goosebumps.
I was looking.
I am a grown-ass man, and that got me.
Are you getting scared by these jump scares?
That got me. The one on because I thought it was gonna be some fucking crazy demon.
What happened to your hands? I found the mud.
I found the mud.
Where's your sculpture?
I
got
buried
rid of
it.
it. You
Yeah.
got rid of it?
Sick.
Hey, don't look at me like that.
Did you find Chuck and Steve?
Yeah.
Chuck and Steve are
Share
like
them?
the perfect names for asshole bullies in the
think so.
90s.
Yeah, it's just a classic douchebag kind of name.
Yeah, I feel like every single bully in the 90s in TV was Chuck or Steve.
Yeah, that feels fair.
Or like Bill.
Or the popular kid was Steve, I feel like a lot too.
Which is weird, because I feel like Steve as a name is no longer a cool name to have. I feel like it's not a chill name anymore.
It definitely has aged out.
Yeah. I thought for a second that was the mom in the mask, and I was going to be like, what is this jump cut?
Yes.
Too much has happened between scenes.
She's got the flu. She couldn't go trick-or-treating tonight.
Gotta get this mask off. It's spoiling inside.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go, trying to take it off. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
What is it?
It is a very sweaty mask.
Yeah, I think that's to show us it's real now.
Yeah.
Demons sweat too.
The sweatier she is, the more evil she becomes. Yeah.
She was doing a lot of cardio that night.
I mean, she did do a nasty cartwheel.
Ooh, that's a creepy thing. The teeth felt like very real there. They're like,
Maybe we're gonna cut it off, like with scissors or a knife.
We're gonna cut it off. I got this.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That is a creepy move.
Do not stick a knife in your eye, brother.
Oh.
Look. One more try, and then we'll ask my mom to help cut it off.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. The crazy thing about being an adult is that I feel like I'd have the same reaction this kid is, but I wouldn't be able to be like, oh, I'll just call my mom to help. It's like, oh no, I'm taking a knife to the mask, man. Like,
yes, yeah. I don't want her to see me as a demon. I'll get in trouble.
like,
Where did you get that mask? I'm like, well, the back room of the creepy man's dusty store, where I for sure was not supposed to go.
The worst part is that my mom would just be like, was this for another fucking bit? Like,
yeah.
Are you kidding me? What stupid skit was this mask gonna make better?
There's no line here. I'm gonna tell my mom.
His eyes in the mirror.
What about them? They're not my eyes.
I want the eye vision to just become her regular vision. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
It like expands. What if this is just how the demon sees, and he's just got dealt a shitty genetic hand?
Perma mask. He's like, well, I thought when I got a human, I'd at least get to see regular. What the fuck?
He does have a protruded forehead, I feel.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe it's just the weird friggin'.
Oh,
What are you supposed to be? I'm supposed to be mean, but I'm not.
good line.
I'm supposed to be mean, but I'm not.
Didn't have to repeat it.
Come back.
That's kind of honestly, rather than doing this scary move, I'm like, I used to be me, but I'm not.
Yeah.
That is kind of a scary existential thing to say to a group of kids. Like, what?
I don't know what my future holds, and I don't know what an RSP is. The stocks are failing, and the kids just run away.
It's all about dream.
It's just like, you're boring. Okay.
Okay. Predictions. How does the creepy mask man help
I was
her?
expecting you.
Okay.
I know.
Weird way to start the conversation.
Well, maybe he's just like, you live in my shop now. I'm just gonna cut off your head and put it back on the shelf.
You are a mannequin.
Can't. Don't walk away
I cannot remove that mask.
Oh,
But I can put more masks on top of them. Yeah.
It is a real
because I'm a vampire. That's the accent we were looking for.
It makes sense.
How can they be real?
They
Will-
weren't ugly in the beginning. They
Oh.
were beautiful.
Beautiful.
As beautiful as any face could be.
It's definitely Transylvanian. You nailed it on the head. He's definitely a vampire.
But something went wrong. They changed.
Oh.
They became hideous.
That's rude. They're right there.
One after another.
They are alive.
I did
They are
stop
alive.
The decay.
So don't be mean. Right to their mask faces.
Yeah, man. Like, write them a letter, maybe. Talk to them in private.
Yes.
Exposing them. That guy's okay. He's just chilling, I guess. He's
I
like
don't
a zombie.
believe any of this.
I called them
You did walk past all these beakers in this back room. You
because no one will ever.
brought this on yourself.
No one.
I'm wondering how the beakers
You, Collin.
are involved in making a lifelike mask.
You're the only
Yeah.
one who ever wanted them. The only one who ever loved them.
No!
Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa.
want it off! I want it off now! Take it off me! I hate
She just like
it.
throws her head into the wall.
I hate it! I hate it!
Leave I'm sorry. But this face is
It's
your
yours,
face.
face.
now.
Yeah!
Oh!
Dun, dun, Do Goosebumps have happy endings? I don't remember.
I think mostly, but some of them have ended on some pretty brutal notes I've found.
Yeah, I feel like there's some downers for sure.
Oh,
How many times have you taken off that mask?
Taken off? Once.
Still might be a chance.
What?
Good, good.
Well, tell me.
Good old
Hey.
Harper October.
I
The
cannot
cinematographer
take it
went to
off.
school.
Only you can.
oh.
You need the heart of the cards in order to take the mask off.
What does that mean?
Symbol of. Okay, so mom.
I don't understand what that means. And who are you?
Was she a dick to her mom? I feel like she's been pretty chill to her mom the whole time.
Yeah, that's true, but like, who else loves her at this point?
That's such a brutal thing to say. But this poor fucking 7-year-old child.
I did not love myself. I made these faces to hide behind them.
All right,
Hide
brother.
my
This isn't
faults.
therapy, man. Just take the mask off her.
But the faults were inside me. That's what infected the faces, turned them into monsters.
Okay.
Like this one.
I've wanted more background
Oh,
on the
no.
masks.
Okay.
Very soon it will join the other failures on the shelf.
I thought he was gonna peel his skin off, and I was gonna freak out.
Oh, that would be a big move.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like this one.
Perhaps I
Wait, so he is becoming a mask?
Yes.
That
so that you will
I don't.
appreciate who you are and what you've always had.
No, I want my face back. I want my face back. I want myself back.
Shh, quiet. You'll awaken.
Uh oh. Okay. Well, here's the budget.
What are they doing?
Oh.
I am upset with what's happening.
You wanted flying masks.
I did. I knew not what I asked for though. It's locked.
Okay, yeah, you can do this.
There
We
you go,
believe in
kiddo.
you. Oh,
Yeah.
they're coming for you.
Oh,
Oh shit! Oh shit!
God,
Oh, they're
you can
coming.
count the frames. Feels
Yeah,
good.
I was gonna say, look at that! Look at that motion drag.
Look at that N64 ass. Fucking the masks are coming. Oh, they're saying her name. Okay, that's actually creepy.
Join us, Mary Beth. Is that what they're saying? Should have closed the door. I feel like masks could not have followed you if you closed the door.
Yeah, no, I don't know what their abilities are.
Yeah.
I don't know if they could go through solid matter, but they haven't so far.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. There's the Goosebumps FX I was looking for.
Okay, we gotta dig up her real face and then put her real face over the old face.
Ah.
I don't know.
Ooh, very sweaty. I think your theory is right. The mask has gotten significantly sweatier.
Which means
God, can you imagine if she pulled the mask out and it's all fucked up? She pulls like the her face up.
Or like part of it's broken and now we're like her face has a hole in it or something.
Man, we are thinking of Goosebumps as way more brutal than this. She just doesn't have an eye anymore.
You just have to look at the quality of the CG to remember that Goosebumps could only ever be so scary.
This would have freaked my shit out as a kid. I have an awful fear of mannequins.
Curly Beth, this is me.
And that's all this reminded me of is like mannequins in a store.
Okay, so she scared them off so easily with her face.
Hey, she's got a fucking she learned that she got the power of self-respect.
Oh wow, that's all it takes.
Easy clap. Good job, Carly.
Just a mask.
No shit.
It's just a mask.
Okay, so. But also, not just a mask. Also, for sure, not just a mask.
Yeah, for sure, not just a mask. For sure, a demon or something. Like, the guy physically told you something was fucked up with that mask.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And you got the full backstory and the reason why he should be in therapy instead of making weird masks.
Yeah, wicked, not a mask. Now she has to. Now it's gonna be like a video
please tell me did she not bury the mask? Is she not burying the mask?
Oh no.
Did she just leave it? Did she just leave it on the ground?
She's just leaving it. Oh, there's gonna be a zombie with a mask that has ultimate power. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, imagine a corpse gets the mask. That's game over. Wait, are you telling me you saw those masks levitate, chase you down the street, and you're not even like, I'm at least gonna bury it. I'm at least gonna cover my bases here.
Or return it to the. I feel like you should just return it to the mask guy. He seemed to know pretty well what was up. He had that handled for a pretty solid amount of time, I feel like.
Please take that mask off.
Cool.
Please, Carly Beth, please. That mask off.
Oh no, he's screwing with her. Oh, thank God. Gotcha. See, come on.
Gotcha,
there
gotcha,
it is.
gotcha.
There it is.
Mom?
Good job, kid.
That was a surprisingly good prank.
Yeah.
I'm like, where he's like, your face is ugly. And then she's like, ah!
It has vastly improved. So far, his pranks have been exclusively ambushes, so.
Yes, a lot of jump scares. This one was just like, I'm gonna mock you and your face.
I'm gonna scar you psychologically. Pranked. Oh, there's some shuffling going on in the background. I don't like it. I also don't like that the mom and child have the exact same haircut.
Okay, yes, that is a weird.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
Noah, don't put on
Did he find the mask? Did the mask follow him home?
Oh.
He definitely wicked did.
Did she bring it home?
What is wrong with this person?
Well, to be fair, he does not know yet.
No, what's wrong with her?
Mom?
Yeah, so that is the dumbest shit. Unless it levitated and followed them home.
I think they liked it. I hope you did too. Have a scary day.
R.L. Stein.
Thanks, RL.
That was.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, wait.
Thanks, Jack Lentz, for blessing us with the greatest theme in television history.
It's quite good. Has anyone used this for like a Goosebumps rap or something?
They
or just
has to have.
I want this out in the world more.
Hey, you're the musical comedian. You got.
Yes.
You have a job to do now.
Yeah.
God, it's so good.
Scholastic.
Thank God for Scholastic Entertainment. I'll
Yes.
say it.
Is that the first and last TV series that Scholastic made?
Didn't they? I think they made the Magic School Bus, I think.
Oh shit, okay, yeah.
That sounds
I just feel that feels right. I just feel like I'm not aware of too many like publishing companies making any shows or
yeah, I feel like it's out of their wheelhouse.
Usually.
Did you watch the Ghostbumps remake movie that came out? With Jack Black?
I did not, only because based on the trailers it looked terrible, and I feel like I hold Goosebumps near and dear, despite, as we've seen, it not being that good.
Not that good, no.
Or like as a kid, well, okay, I'd say it was good kids entertainment.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like it actually held up more than we were ready to give it credit for.
Right. Well, I think that's the thing, is you just need to watch more episodes, and then you realize that's not always the case.
Oh yeah, of course not. There's definitely
it was very hit and miss,
Yeah.
but like I think that one was like decent Goosebumps format and creepy, sweaty goblin mask.
Especially for the first episode.
Yeah, it was a strong first episode.
Okay, we are gonna get into. We've watched our episode of Goosebumps. I've lived out my dream. We basically just did riff tracks, which was great. We basically just did Mystery Science 2000.
Ooh, creepy mask.
And we finally got to do a show where the guest's shirt was involved in the show. God bless.
Yes, I was inspired by the Dan Curtis Thompson episode, but
everyone go watch that. We watched Street Sharks and he was in a shark costume. Beautiful.
Very good.
We've had a great time here, Colin. I've had a great time talking to you. We're gonna get into my favorite part, the final round, the lightning round.
Oh boy.
In the lightning round, I'm going to ask you this or that questions from a website that I found that I have just shamelessly ripped all of my questions and I show premise from. And I'm going to have to get you to answer as many as you can in 1 minute. No pressure on answering the most. We did recently have a high score made. I'll say that. No one has ever gotten a perfect round. No pressure.
Watch me get the worst record.
I am excited to see what we get. If you're ready, I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it.
In 3, 2, 1. Cookies or cake?
Cookies.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Computer games or console games?
Console games.
Pop music or rock music?
Rock music.
Stuffed animals or dolls?
Stuffed animals.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Hot chocolate or coffee?
Coffee.
Morning or evening?
Evening.
Text message or call?
Call.
Nice. Libraries or museums?
Libraries.
French or Spanish?
Spanish.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Theater or cinema?
Cinema.
Love or money?
Love.
Books or movies?
Movies.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
My man. That is the time we have. You got the important question right. I'll let you know. I measure all people by pancakes or waffles.
Okay, that's good.
That's the important question.
Yes.
I'm going to tabulate your score. While I do that, I want you to tell me about Cult Mates.
Okay, so I made a web series comedy pilot thing called Cult Mates, and it is a 10-minute, 11-minute mockumentary episode about 3 roommates who are also in a cult together, and sort of how that's affected in us being in quarantine times, and just like cult dynamics explored through people being like shitty roommates.
So it's a mockumentary about cults.
It's a mockumentary. It's like mockumentary style where it's like the kind of office cams, which like going around zooming in on stuff and capturing stuff like it's a documentary crew capturing it, but it is just following this one 3-person cult. And they're
just 3-person cult.
It's a 3-person cult. They're roommates and they're also in a cult together.
I love that as a premise. And where can people find that?
On my comedy channel called Pizza Breakfast, or if you type in Cult Mates Pilot on YouTube, that should bring it up too.
So Pizza Breakfast is the channel, and then it's Cult Mates Pilot is how you get to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Colin, we've had a great time here today. I want to thank you for becoming my new best friend, and I want to let you know that in the lightning round, you scored a grand total of 11 out of 17, which is a pretty good score. That's a pretty good score.
All right. Are we matching up my answers to your answers, like what you like versus what I like?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And I will point out that, and nobody thinks about this, the first answer is a gimme. If you're just trying to min-max the score, the first answer is a gimme. All of my branding is cake-based.
Yes.
All of it.
Okay. See, I was just thinking, like, what is my... But yeah, okay, fair. I should have known... Cake in the name. Cake's what you're looking for.
It's all rigged. I want to thank you so much for being on the show. I had a great time. We watched Goosebumps. I want to thank all my best friends listening out there at home. If you want to try and get any questions on the podcast, we do take questions from social media. Didn't do it this episode. We got way too involved in just riffing Goosebumps, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. You can submit your questions anywhere you'd like at OldKingCake. I also stream every weekday and weekend. I take questions from Twitch chat and from my Discord. If you'd like to join that, you can totally do that. All the links are going to be down below. Collin, tell people what you're working on and where people can find you on the internet.
I have another sketch in the works that's a lot stupider than the Cultmates one, just called Eating Fruit Wrong.
Nice.
Let's just grab from that what you will. So yeah, I don't know if anyone just honestly wants to like follow the channel. We're trying to put out stuff as regularly as possible, and we're working on episode 2 of Cultmates as we speak. So that's mainly what I'm putting my effort and time into these days.
Okay.
So yeah, follow me there.
So it's Pizza Breakfast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same channel that has the vacuum salesman bit?
Yes.
Everyone needs to go and watch the vacuum salesman bit. I think it's such a funny premise.
Thank you.
That it kept getting just like sillier and sillier. Oh, I thought it was so good. I am a proud subscriber on both of my YouTube channels. So you guys have no excuse. I want to thank you so much for becoming my new best friend. Everyone make sure to also follow Collin at Collin Sideris on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at OldKingCake on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, everywhere. You can make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all those algorithm things for the show. We are officially on Google Podcasts. We're trying to get on Apple Podcasts. They're very strict about what podcasts I get on there. We are on Spotify, and of course, if you're watching it right now, you are probably on youtube.com. You can reach that at letsbebestfriends.com. I would also like to thank my best friends Isabel Wing for creating the intro song to our podcast, Let's Be Best Friends, and Seth Feldman for the outro. That's all the time we have for this week, so we'll see you next week. And remember, your mom was your best friend at one point, so give her a call, and we'll see you then.